Very good morning. Myself Dr. Ruchi Gupta. Today I will discuss web page designing. Already we have discussed the concept of web page, and already we have discussed the concept of Java in Unit 1. Now we come on web page designing. First of all, we have to know that how we can create the web pages using, there is a need of some language through which we have to just create some web pages, and when we have to just combine these web pages, it become a website. So for creating these web pages, there is a need of some scripting language. So we have to just discuss here one of the scripting language, that is HTML. HTML, it's a hypertext markup language. So this is a markup language. It uses some tags, and with the help of these tags, some tags are we are using here some system defined tags, and we have to just write the program to create a web page. So HTML, it is a standard markup language for creating the web pages. It is used for creating a web pages, and it basically describe the structure of any web page. You can create the structure. You can just divide the whole page into the number of frames. You can create any page, and you can link the web pages through this HTML. And HTML, it consists a series of elements, and these basically these elements tell that how to display the content among the user through the browser. So this HTML page will be loaded on the browser. So HTML elements label pieces of some content, such as this is a heading, this is a paragraph, this is a link, etc. So once we have to make any web page, or once we have to make a website, so there are certain elements we have to consider before website designing. Number one, it's a unique typography. We have to just use a unique typography. We have to just engage in responsible images. The images which we have to use in this web pages, that should be responsive and engaging images. We have just used some background videos, semi-flat designing, hamburger menus we can take, card designing we can do, features video we can display, mobility friendly layout we can provide, a speed optimization. Basically these are some elements of web designing which we have to consider. Now, what are the various uses of this HTML? As I have to know that it is a scripting language, it is a text markup language. So where we have to use this HTML? So number one, basically the HTML language is used for web development. So as I have already told you that with the help of this HTML language, you can create any web page. You can create any web page, and you have to link this web page to the different web pages, and we have just upload that web page or website on the server. So it is used to develop a web development. So where the developer use this HTML code to design that how a browser will display that web pages elements, such as text, hyperlinks, and media files. Now we can also use these HTML for internet navigation. So user can easily navigate and insert the link between related pages and create a website. As I have already told you that with the help of this HTML, we can create any web page, and we can also link the different web pages with the help of this hyperlinks. So we use this internet, it is also used for internet navigation. We can also make a document through this, we can also create document with the help of this HTML HTML language. So HTML make it possible to organize and format the documents similarly like as Microsoft Word. So there are certain uses of this HTML language. Now, why there is a need of HTML? As I have already seen that number of languages are available through which we have to just create the web page. So what is the features of HTML, so that we have to use this language. So basically, if we are talking about this HTML, so HTML is basically, we can say it is a backbone of all the websites, because it is used to create the structure of any web page. It is used to create the layout of any web page. So in addition, it will allow us to design the website, and you can editing or updating the existing website also with the help of this HTML. It is a very fundamental skill for the web development, and it is a very, we can say it is a basic step to learn the HTML before some other languages like CSS, like JavaScript, etc. These are some, we can say, basically the CSS and JavaScript that are used to give some formatting provide some formatting, it provides some effectiveness, or basically these are used for creating a page dynamic. So before going on to these languages, first of all, we have to know the basic, how we can create a page, because there are two category of page. One is a static page and another one is a dynamic page. So first of all, we have to know that how we can create this static page. So this will create with the help of this HTML language. So plus it is a well establishment language with a focus that various resources are available for learning and troubleshooting. It is very easy to learn. It is very easy to use. Anyone can understand this, that it is a tag language. So you can easily understand the tag, and then you can create any web page. So it is very easy to learn and use and make it perfect choice for the beginners. So if you are a beginner and you just want to create your own website, then you can use this HTML to create a web page or website. If you are looking for the career opportunity, then it is also a best option. It is you can just learn this HTML and you can create a website and work as a web developer. So HTML can open the doors for the web development, web designing, front-end development and user experience design. So lots of job opportunities are also available if we have to just learn the HTML and if we have to just create the web pages or websites. Now the question is how this HTML work. So basically if we are talking about this, the functionality of this HTML, that if we have to see that average website includes 7 different web pages. As we have seen the website, so we have seen that website is nothing, it is a collection of web pages. Each web page is connected to another web page, and then once we have to link all these web pages, it become a website. So as we have seen that if we want to search any website, and we have to just click the home page, then we have to just click the button next, and we can search the number of web pages of that website. So similarly here, this is the functioning that for any instance, a home page, about page, content page, it would have a separate HTML file. So for each and every page, for example, one is your home page, so you have to just create one HTML file for this home page. Then suppose second link is a about page, then you have to just create another HTML file for that about page. Suppose the next is your content page, you have to just write the next file for this content page. So HTML documents have some files. We have to just write create this HTML file with some HTML documents, and when we have to save this HTML file, then at the time of save of this HTML file, we have to just take the extension of HTML file, that is .html or .htm extension. Similarly, like if we have to save a Word document, then we have to just save with this .doc extension. If we are save the Excel document, then Excel file, then we have to just take it with .axl. Similarly, if we have to just create this HTML document, then we have to save this file as a .html extension or .htm extension. So a web browsers read this HTML file and render its content so that internet user can view it. So once we have to just write this code on the notepad, and we have to just save this file with the file name .html, and then where you have to just save this file, after that you have to just double click on this HTML file, then it will load, this HTML page will load on the web browser. Now this HTML page has a series of HTML elements. As I have already discussed, that it consists of a set of tags and attributes. Because this is a markup language, it is basically a tag language. So we have to use some tags and attributes. So HTML elements are the building blocks of the web pages. And tag, what is tag? Here a tag, it defines that the web browser where an element begins and when your elements will end. For example, if I am having HTML, if we have to just write the code for HTML, then we have a number of tags like body, HTML body, HTML font. So when we have to start that tag, suppose if we have to start the body tag, then there is a necessity that we have to just end that tag also. Similarly, if I am having a head tag, if we have to open this head tag, for example, the tags are to be written as, this is your open tag, head, if I am open it, head, then this is necessary that we have to just close this tag. So once we have to perform the operation, then we have to just close this tag. So HTML documents, when we have to start this HTML document, so it will start with the declaration that is doc type HTML. This is necessary for the HTML document. So there are three main parts of this elements are, number one, we have to just, as I have already discussed in the previous slide, that we have, if we are open the tag, then this is necessary that we have to close that tag. Now first is the opening tag. It is used to state when element start to take an effect. So the tag is wrapped with the opening and closing brackets, angle brackets. For example, if we are just put this P tag to create a paragraph. Suppose I just want to create any paragraph, then we have to put this tag P. And once we have to write down the content under this paragraph, then there is a need to close that tag also. So we have to just close this tag with this closing elements. So it is used to where an element start to take effect, the tag is wrapped with the opening and closing bracket. This is your opening bracket and this is your closing bracket. So for example, we have just taken here as a paragraph. So open the bracket, then write the paragraph, write the content under this paragraph, and then we have to just close this tag. So the same as opening tag, we have to write this closing tag. This is your closing tag. So but with the forward slash before the element. We have just put this forward slash before the element here. So P, this is how you add paragraph in HTML. Another critical path of HTML element is attribute. So basically there are two sections of this attribute, name and attribute value. So the name identify the additional information that a user want to add, while attribute means it will give some further specification of that value. For example, a style element adding the color purple and the font family veranda. So how we can write this with the help of this tag element. So here P style, P, suppose I just want to add some font or some style in the paragraph. So we have just put this style. P style is equal to, for example, color purple, font family is veranda. This is show that how you add paragraph in HTML. So if we have to just add this file, we are using some href attribute and src attribute. Some basic tags which we have to use to create any HTML program. First of all, once we have to create the file, this is an initial tag, doc type HTML. It will define that you have to just create the HTML document. So, a document or a document type declaration, it is an instruction that tells the web browser about the markup language in which the current page is written. Basically, it will define that we are working on with the markup language, and it is not an element or tag here. It just defines that we have to just start the markup language, and the document type declaration is not a case sensitive here. Now the next tag is a HTML, because we have to just work on this HTML tag. So HTML tag is used to define the root. It is a root element, means once we have to start the HTML document, so it will start with the document type HTML, then the next tag will be HTML. It is a root element of the document file, of your HTML file. So we have always start with this HTML tag. So the tag is used to define the root element of HTML document. What it defines? It tells the browser that is an HTML document. It is the second outer container element that contains all other elements within it. It means now if we have to define other tags, other elements, so all the elements will be defining under this HTML tag only. Next is the head tag. So here, once we have to start this HTML tag, then it is necessary. Then once we have to complete this HTML document, then we have to close this HTML document with this / HTML close tag. Now the next tag is head tag. This tag is used to define the head portion of the HTML document. It contains the information related to the document, what you want to create in your HTML document. So all the information is to be contained in this head part. So elements within the head tag are not visible on the front end of web. So what we have to written in this head tag, it will not visible on the web browser. It is, we can say it is an internal part of your document, that is we have to just show in this head part. Now the next part of this HTML document is body. So the body tag, it is used to enclose all the visible content of the web page. So which we want to display on the web page. The content which we want to display on the web page. We have to just define that content into the body part. For example, if I just show the content of my show the information related my company on the web page. So it will define that paragraph should be defined in the body part. So the body tag, it is used to enclose all the visible content of the browser. In other words, the body contains what the browser will show on the front end. It means the information which we want to show in front of users, all the content will be created in the body part. Is it clear? Now we have used some HTML elements, that is everything from the start tag and the end tag. As I have already told you that the element which will start, each and every element which we have to start, it will end with the end tag. So the first, we have just give the tag name. It will close with the tag name. For example, if I am taking here HTML, this is your first tag. After finishing HTML document, we will close this tag. Under this HTML tag, we will take head tag. Then it will close before this HTML tag, because it will start, because it is start after this HTML tag. Then under this I will open this body tag, then it will end before this head tag. So this is just like a structure. First HTML start, then head start, then body start, then body close, head close, then HTML close. So there are certain other tags we have to use here, like H1. It is used for first heading. If I just want to give some heading, this is, suppose I am given here under this head, I just want to give H1 tag. This is my first page. This is my first page. So it will display as a heading. Now I will close this heading. So P for paragraph. Now this is your HTML page structure. As I have already told you that the first content or element on your web HTML document is doc type HTML. It tells the version of your HTML. Then in the next step we have to just open the HTML root tag. This is a root HTML tag, that is a root element of your HTML document. Then in the third we have to just open the head tag. It will define that it is used to contain the HTML metadata information. Then we have to start title page. If we want to give some title of the page, then we open this title page. Then next we will open this head, close this hashtag. Then we will start the body tag. It holds the content of HTML which we want to display in front of user. Under this body tag, we have just create, for example, some heading content, paragraph. We also share the some information in the paragraph form. This is HTML heading tag. This is HTML paragraph tag. Then we have to just close this body tag and then close this HTML tag. So this is the basic structure of the HTML document. If we have a beginner and we have just create any web page with the help of this HTML, then we have to just create the structure like this. So this is all about today's lecture. Thank you very much.